All right, all right. Thank you for being back. We got another great video for you today. You might be thinking, yes. Or you might even be thinking, because today we are going to be talking about a very, very, very important topic. And this one has been important for men for a very long time. And it's because of the wings. Yes, you got it right. We are going over the history of Hooters. So here's an image of the some of the logos and the imagery of Hooters. You can see the colors. You can see the way that it's written in the title. I want to go ahead and highlight that a bit. It's got a beautiful feel to it. We know that this restaurant usually has a lot of servers who are women, who are young women that wear, I would say, a little bit firm fitting attire, and they're usually dolled up a bit, like they're about to go out, maybe out to go dancing or whatnot in their uniform. The uniform is a bit revealing. I would say it's more revealing than wearing jeans, less revealing than wearing a bikini on the beach. Would I call this a family restaurant? I would say it is a family restaurant, but it isn't necessarily a restaurant that you would take your family. Normally, it's more of an event. I've seen people take families there for the experience, and it's not a terrible experience. I want to take you over so you can see a picture of the food. Now, these are the famous wings that you always hear about. There's a sauce. You have onion rings as well. A lot of good greasy food, which is sometimes needed. When I work with my patients, a lot of times their body's going to detox, particularly if they get an adjustment. And I tell them it's be healthy for them to get some water and some food, even if it's greasy food, to get something in their system. So if they went to Hooters, for example, I wouldn't be upset with them. I'd say, hey, I told you to get some protein, some food in your system. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the website. We're going to talk and break down a little bit of the history, which should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, so we're back. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the website has to offer about this. Now, the first Hooters was opened in Clearwater, Florida, October 4th, 1983. So I'm 36. I was born in 86. That means this was 3 years older than me. So we're hitting a 40-year anniversary coming up. That should be a special date around October 4th. Next year should be the 40-year anniversary. It was an idea of 6 businessmen with no former restaurant experience. That's hard. I know the restaurant business, and it's pretty hard to jump in without experience. Now, affectionately known as the Hooters 6, they opened a restaurant that they couldn't get kicked out of. So I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that they had a good time, probably a little bit on the wild side. And hey, we all have a little bit of a wild side when we're having fun, especially with our friends. So it's kind of nice to have a place where, as long as no one's getting hurt, as long as no one's getting offended, you can have some clean fun and let loose just a little bit. They came up with the name from a popular comedy sketch by one of their favorite comedians. This guy is one of my favorite comedians, Steve Martin. He's a genius, not a bad ukulele player as well. Where and how exactly did Hooters start? Let's go down. This is another breastaurant, which is known for the 3 B's, beer, bar food, and books as waitresses, affectionately known as the Hooters girls. I had some friends of mine that worked at Hooters when they were in college. Wasn't a bad gig. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed the attention. They took pictures with lots of men, lots of kids, believe it or not, as well. So they made some good money. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit more about it. The first Hooters girl was Lynn Austin, one of the original Hooters 6. Bet some buddies on a boat that he can paddle in and get the winner of a local bikini contest to become the first Hooters girl. So you can see right here the tone of what our waitresses are going to be wearing and possibly looking like. If you're winning a bikini contest in Clearwater, Florida, obviously, especially in 1983, you're probably in shape. You're probably cosmetically attractive. You're probably not scarred or disfigured. You're probably looking pretty fertile. There's probably a good amount of attention that a woman of that caliber is drawing in. So if she was the first Hooters girl, that says a lot. He failed to convince her on the spot, but when her job refused to give her the time off, to enter another bikini contest. She knew she had made it was time for her to make a change, and thus was a perfect fit. And many celebrities have revealed they worked at Hooters, and it looks like there's a link here. So that would be something that maybe we talk about in another video. So we're see how this one goes. Maybe we'll talk about that in an additional video. Okay, it talks about 1984, a little bit more. I want to come down and I want to take a look at the food, particularly the curly fries and the wings. And you have the author here talking about the wings and fries for about $7. Even right here, you see the author getting a little bit caught up in memory lane, where he goes, "Oh, those were the days." Talking about the Bucks play at the bar, chatting with buddies who worked there. He used to work at a gym, go blow off steam, and I can relate to this. I remember working at my job, and I used to work with patients, get them out of pain. And there was a bar next door. I'd go to a bar sometimes after, take some time and talk to the barkeep for a minute. I actually have a history. I was a bartender myself. So I understand sometimes those atmospheres are really fun to be around, a good way to relax before you go back home and get back to the hustle and bustle of it, or even before you just get home and crash. So there's a place for Hooters. There's a place for this in our society. I know in recent time they've been talking about the attire, so we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. I want to see if there's any information we're missing here. I know we're steamrolling through a little bit of it, but we are hitting time. I mean, we can go on about this. And again, this might be something that needs 2 videos, so we'll talk about that soon. Okay, the Hooters girls are known for their tank top and their Hooters logo and a bright orange short sleeves. They leave an imagination every guy that walks in for a nice meal. It is very true. When you have a Hooters girl uniform, it is very vivid. There's the colors really pop. They go well. They seem to complement all the skin tones of the girls. It's I remember when my friends worked there, they really, really didn't want to give up the uniform when they quit. They really appreciated having their uniform. So the author talks about this is still one of their favorite places to go, which is it would make sense. It's not a bad place to go. The food's not bad. I've gone there before with a couple of friends for a birthday. It wasn't really my scene in a sense, but I mean, it wasn't a problem. I had a good time. I don't remember a whole lot about it, except I thought the wings were a little overrated, considering everyone says they just go for the wings, right? You're only going to Hooters for the rings, of course. That's exactly the only reason why you're going. Nothing to do with the women, nothing to do with the atmosphere, just for the wings. So I was looking forward to eating some of the wings, and the wings were good. They were great, but they were great, but they weren't anything that blew me away. So definitely you're gonna have some good food when you come here. I wouldn't say it's that they are the best wings in the world, and I'm saying that with respect, so that if you do go there, you don't get too caught up in the wings. So otherwise, we might make another video on this. I think we have enough space for another, so we'll discuss that. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump on camera right now. So give me a second. And I'm back, and there you have it. So I'm going to tell you to please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're going to be back with more information for you soon. Thank you for being here. And